Fats. Time to talk about fats. This is a critical topic because fats provide more than twice the calories as other macronutrients, and where you get your fat calories matters greatly. We don't usually think about fat in our diet because it comes naturally with and within the foods we eat. Fat is kind of hidden among the carbs and protein. We only consciously eat fat when we put butter on our bread or oil onto a frying pan. The goal of this chapter is to make you more aware of fats, as they may have a significant impact on your health in the long run. First of all, we need to understand what kind of fats there are. You probably have heard about saturated fats and unsaturated fats. The first one is harder, the second one softer. You may have heard that one is better for your health than the other. Let's break it down a little. Saturated fats are solid at room temperature: butter, bacon fat, coconut fat, etc. This is due to the long and straight molecule of fatty acids that they are composed of. Saturated fats come mainly from animal sources. Then there are unsaturated fats that are soft or even liquid at room temperature. This is due to the curvy structure of their fatty acid molecules. Unsaturated fats are primarily derived from plants and sea life, fish. So which one should you eat? Which one is dangerous? And which one is healthy? Both and neither. We've learned from studies over the last few decades that it's not dietary fat that causes cardiovascular disease. It is metabolic syndrome and inflammation in the body that are both primarily caused by excess calories in food, regardless of the source. As a result, we can consume both types of fat without becoming ill. However, there is a distinction. Unsaturated fats have some very cool health and metabolic benefits that saturated fats don't. We'll go over those in a moment. Another thing to consider is that pure fat is rarely found in natural sources. Fat is found alongside protein and carbohydrates. There is a distinction between getting your fat calories from antibiotic-filled pork chops and from seeds that contain amazing micronutrients, fiber, and good fats. So, what is it that unsaturated fat does that saturated fat does not? Unsaturated fats have been shown to reduce inflammation in the body, improve brain function, hormonal system function, and autonomic nervous system function, among other things. Of course, it's not that simple, but replacing saturated fats with unsaturated fats has been shown in hundreds of studies to increase life expectancy and lower the risk of cardiovascular disease and diabetes. The most useful unsaturated fats are polyunsaturated omega-3 fats, especially those that come from cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, cod, and tuna. Are there any other kinds of fats? Yes, there are processed fats. Those are the worst fats of all. Processed fats are added to processed foods to extend their shelf life, such as sausages, biscuits, ice cream, cakes, sweets, chips, fries, dressings, and more. These are the fats you should try to limit. No, small amounts won't hurt you, but you'd prefer to get your fat calories from more nutritious sources. Knowing all of this, you may be wondering how and what to eat to maximize the fat content of your food. Because we get saturated fat by default with our protein and carbohydrates, we should try to get as many of our fat calories from unsaturated sources as possible. You should aim to get at least half of your fat calories from unsaturated sources, with at least 2 grams coming from omega-3s. What are some other good sources of unsaturated fats? Extra virgin olive oil for salads, baking, or just a spoonful on its own. Seeds and nuts. Try to eat a variety. Avocado and olives. Eggs. Cold water fish. How many calories should you get from fat? Essentially, all calories that do not come from protein or carbohydrates will be derived from fat. Eating more fat than your body can consume as energy, just like protein or carbohydrates, can lead to fat tissue buildup in your body. To do this, first figure out how many calories you'll get from your daily carbs and protein. Then subtract that number from your total daily calorie intake and divide by 9 to get the amount in grams. Example: daily calorie goal, 2,000 kilocalories. Carbohydrates, 200 grams times 4 kilocalories equals 800 kilocalories. Protein, 150 grams times 4 equals 600 kilocalories. Fat, 2,000 kilocalories minus 800 kilocalories minus 600 kilocalories equals 600 kilocalories divided by 9 equals 67 grams. To summarize, fat is the most energy-dense of the 3 macronutrients. Unsaturated fats have many health and metabolic benefits, so instead of avoiding fat, try to get the majority of your dietary fat from high-quality sources. In addition to that, fat-soluble vitamins come along with consuming quality fat. Pay special attention to omega-3 fats, which are primarily found in cold water fish or supplements, and have unique health benefits and physiological functions in our bodies.